For the Department of OBGYN, Dr. Melanie Peters.
Hello, good afternoon. It's my honor to be here presenting 2 awards this afternoon. The first is the Morse Glass Prize. Dr. Morse Glass was a Downstate graduate and was actually the founding chairman at the Albert Einstein Obstetrics and Gynecology Department in the 1950s. This award is meant to honor the student that displayed excellence in clinical skills. So I'd like to acknowledge Relika Sumner. What's most impressive about Relika, I think, is the way that she positively impacts the clinical space. All of the staff that worked with her, from residents, fellow students, nursing, and support staff, commented on how her smile always had such a great impact on the space. She was able to demonstrate cultural competence as well as trauma-informed care skills while interacting with patients and demonstrated excellence in working with the residency team. And I'm very excited to announce that Relika will be joining our obstetrics and gynecology residency program in July. The second award today is the Abraham Ranji Prize, and this is meant to honor the student most likely to succeed in the field of obstetrics and gynecology. So please join me in honoring Kathy Wu. Katty has been up here multiple times already today, so it's obvious that she has demonstrated excellence in academics, the clinical space, as well as research. But she's also demonstrated a dedication to the field, serving as the medical student representative for the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists for the New York district, also engaging in numerous service activities like the Brooklyn Free Clinic, as well as quality improvement projects within the department and mentoring of other students. So congratulations, Katty.
For the Department of Orthopedics, Dr. Bill Urban.
The Pavlidis Memorial Award was established in memory of Dr. Christopher Pavlidis, who received his medical degree from Downstate and later went on to teach orthopedic surgery at Downstate in the 1970s and 1980s. He tragically died in an airplane crash, and his family created this award in his name. In his honor, one graduating medical student entering orthopedic surgery is selected to receive recognition for their efforts. While this year we had a record number of graduating students entering orthopedic surgery, one student distinguished themselves on our rotations and in our research lab is the recipient of this year's award. It gives me great pleasure to present Naeem Baksh, who will be joining our department in July with the 2024 Christopher Pavlidis Memorial Award.
For the Department of Pathology, Dr. Jenny Libyan.
Good afternoon. To speed things up a little, I'd like to call Luke Morales up. He will be the recipient of 2 awards from the Department of Pathology. The Award for Excellence in Pathology and a national award from the College of American Pathologists, the Distinguished Medical Student Award, which goes for recognizing outstanding achievement, aptitude, and initiative in learning about pathology and participation in pathology-related activities. There is a check in each of these, so be careful. Luke will be going to NYU for his residency in pathology, and then I hope to see him follow in my subspecialty of neuropathology soon afterwards. And then Yvonne Hernandez and Jesus, do you want to start making your way up? We have an award, the Dominic J. DeMeo Research Grant and Scholarship Award, which goes to this year's Dominic J. DeMeo Research Scholar. The DeMeo Award was initiated by Dr. Ann DeMeo and Dr. William Ricci in recognition of Ann's father, Dr. Dominic DeMeo, who was professor of pathology at Downstate and was the Brooklyn medical examiner. And I think they might be the only three-generation family of medical students, Dr. Ann and DeMeo and Dr. William Ricci's son, Dr. Michael, almost to be Dr. Michael Ricci, is in this year's graduating class. And Jesus is our first award winner of this. And as part of his award, he was given a $7,000 research grant and will also be in receipt of a scholarship. And he had the opportunity to choose a research lab to perform his research, and he chose to work with Dr. Yvonne Hernandez. And just Tuesday, he submitted an abstract on his work called Vascular Cognitive Impairment Decreases Cognitive Flexibility in a Murine Model of Alzheimer's Disease. And we are incredibly proud of everything that Jesus has achieved, and we congratulate him with this award. And of course, I just stepped on the certificate, so we will be making a new one for you.
For the Department of Pediatrics, Dr. Steve Wadowski.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. It's not quite evening yet. We're getting there. Okay. My name is Dr. Wadowski. I'm the chair of the Department of Pediatrics, and I'm truly very pleased to present the Richard L. Day Award for Excellence in Pediatrics. By virtue of a little bit of background, I think it's kind of useful to know who the person is behind the name of the award. So Dr. Richard Day was the first full-time chairman and professor of pediatrics at Downstate when it first became incorporated as part of the State University of New York. He built the Department of Pediatrics here as a major clinical department of national importance. He served as chair from 1953 to 1960. After that, he went on to become the chair of pediatrics at the University of Pittsburgh and built that into a world-class department of pediatrics as well. His career was distinguished by contributions to the recognition of kernicterus, which is damage to the brain of newborns caused by elevated bilirubin levels, and the description and understanding of autonomic neuropathies, which became known as family dysautonomia or Riley-Day syndrome, which I think all of our students are aware of. In 1986, Dr. Day was recognized with the distinction of receiving the Howland Award, which is the American Pediatric Society's highest honor, for his achievements and for being the, quote, quintessential skeptical inquirer, unquote. So the Department of Pediatrics identified an exceptional student who we felt is very deserving of the RL Day Award for Excellence in Pediatrics. In addition to excelling throughout medical school, he did exceptionally well in pediatric rotations and a sub-internship, was highly productive in research and scholarship, has had several published manuscripts resulting from his work in the Neonatal Translational Research Lab, and has had significant further extracurricular involvement within the campus and local communities. Essentially, in surveying our educational leadership, everyone said he was absolutely outstanding. Expecting that he'll continue to follow Dr. Day's legacy as a quintessential skeptical inquirer and to be an exceptional pediatrician, making a difference through major strides in pediatric healthcare, it's my pleasure to bestow the 2024 Dr. Richard L. Day Award for Excellence and Outstanding Performance in Pediatrics to Matthew Marcelino. Matthew will be doing his pediatric residency at the GREAT program at Children's Hospital of LA. Unfortunately, New York is going to be losing him, but our loss is LA's gain. And while medicine is giving out plaques, we're giving out a plaque and a check.
I think for the benefit of next year's class, we're going to start a competition. Our next department is PM&R, Dr. Sanjeev Agarwal.
Good afternoon. The Soon Roe MD Memorial Award is dedicated to preserving the memory of Dr. Soon Roe, a highly esteemed physician who completed his residency at Rusk Rehabilitation at NYU and subsequently joined Downstate in 1976. Dr. Roe's commitment to the field of physical medicine and rehabilitation extended throughout his career as he passionately trained physical medicine and rehab residents at Downstate until 2014. In recognition of Dr. Roe's invaluable contributions, this prestigious award has been established to honor his legacy. The award is bestowed upon a graduating medical student who has exhibited exceptional dedication and enthusiasm for the field of physiatry. It seeks to acknowledge physicians who are expected to make significant and enduring contributions to the advancement of the discipline. By presenting the Soon Roe MD Memorial Award, we aim to celebrate the memory of Dr. Roe, and it gives me great pleasure to present Elver Ho with Dr. Soon Roe MD Memorial Award. I guess he is not here, so we'll send it to him. Thank you.
For the Department of Psychiatry, Dr. Jeff Viola.
Okay, thank you. The crowd has dwindled. Congratulations to everyone who's won awards and to the class graduating on next Wednesday. Matthew Wilson, you want to come on up? Well-dressed, nice haircut. He is this year's recipient of the award for Outstanding Achievement in Psychiatry. Matthew entered med school actually 10 years after college. He had spent 3 years as a research assistant and before venturing out to start a yoga collective and co-found an apparel company and start a family, and I know some of them are here today. At Downstate, he was involved in a number of research projects with several faculty members. He also worked on student wellness initiatives. As president of the Psychiatry Interest Group, he organized a hugely popular panel on psychedelic-assisted psychotherapy led by nationally known speakers. And he also was the key impetus behind our newly approved psychotherapy elective for fourth-year students to provide psychotherapy to BFC, the Brooklyn Free Clinic's patients. So he and his family, especially I hear that his teenage son in particular is happy that you'll be staying in New York to continue his training in psychiatry at Mount Sinai. Congratulations, Matthew.
For the Department of Radiology, Dr. Steve Ostro.
Good afternoon. The Award for Excellence in Radiology is named in memory of Dr. Lucy Squire, who joined the Downstate faculty in 1972. She retired in 1995, and I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to work with her for several years prior to her retirement. Dr. Squire was a true pioneer in radiology education. Specifically, she devised a curriculum in radiology that was geared towards medical students. And before she did that, no one to my knowledge had developed a curriculum for medical students in radiology. Her textbook, Fundamentals in Radiology, was an immediate bestseller when it was published, I think in 1964. After it was published in English, it was translated into 7 different languages. And over the years, it was issued in, I think, 7 editions. The award for excellence in the Lucy Frank Squire Award for Excellence in Radiology is given to the graduating medical student who had the best overall performance in the 4th year required radiology clerkship. This year, I'm glad to announce that the recipient is Arman Shah. Arman will be entering his radiology residency at Lenox Hill Hospital after he completes his transitional internship at South Shore University Hospital.
For the Department of Surgery, Dr. Choi.
We too have plaques. Unfortunately, Dr. Cooey's just caught up in the operating room, so he asked me to step in. The first award is the Clarence Dennis Award for Surgical Scholarship. Dr. Dennis was a chairman of the Department of Surgery from 1951 to 1972. Became a leader in cardiopulmonary bypass and was instrumental in developing the heart-lung machine. He actually performed the first successful open heart surgery in New York State using the bypass machine he built and using machines that he used as a first assist device in cardiac surgery of the failing left ventricle. He trained many surgeons in New York, affected countless people around the world, and his residence established an award in his honor. This award goes to Christina Falcone. All right, next one, we actually have 2 recipients. This is a Samuel L. Kuntz Award for Clinical Excellence in Surgery. Dr. Kuntz was also a chairman of the Department of Surgery here from 1972 to 1977. He was a Fulbright Scholar and innovator in organ transplant. He developed the kidney perfusion machine used for organ preservation, performed the first kidney transplant between non-identical twins, and established the role of methylprednisolone in combating acute rejection. He was one of the first African-American department chairs in surgery, and he created a transplant division here at Downstate. This award goes to Justine Rosales. Apologies, this one goes to 2 students. The next award is the John G. Kroll Award for Outstanding Surgical Research. Before Dr. Kroll came to Downstate in 1988, he had established himself as an international expert in the fields of surgical metabolism and obesity surgery. He co-founded the American Society for Bariatric Surgery in 1983. He's authored over 50 book chapters and 60 peer-reviewed papers, many in high-impact journals such as New England Journal of Medicine, British Medical Journal, and Pediatrics. He continued his research in metabolic studies at SUNY Downstate up to his death in 2019. He was born in New York, raised, educated, and trained in Sweden before returning to the U.S., where he never lost his Scandinavian work ethic and open-mindedness. His office was a sanctum where students and residents could discuss shortcomings and aspirations in addition to their research projects. The recipients for this is Daniel Brereton and Perry Vingen.
Our last departmental award, the Department of Urology, Dr. Jeff Weiss.
Unlike the case when I was a medical student in the 1970s, urology has become an extremely competitive field. It's really hard to match in urology. And the reason I mention that is because Downstate, for at least the past 10 years, has led the nation in the number of students who've matched into the field of urology. And we're really proud of that. This year we had 10, all to outstanding places. In order to accomplish that, the students have to distinguish themselves by doing excellent research, and every single one of those 10 matched candidates, in fact, did produce excellent research. Every year, several of these students rise to the top, and in particular, they, the old saying, lift as you climb. And these two students that are going to receive the award for excellence in urological research have lifted mightily as they have climbed. So the first I'll mention in alphabetical order is Alexander Fang. Alex is actually going into psychiatry and matched at Mount Sinai. Some of our best researchers did not actually go into urology. And I'll just mention that Alex is a native of Scarsdale, went to the excellent Scarsdale School District, then went to University of Delaware on a DuPont scholarship. Now that's a big school. They give exactly 6 full scholarships a year, tuition-free at UDel, and Alex was a recipient. So not surprisingly, he came here and just knocked it out of the park. You know, for the last 3 years, every 2 weeks, I would have a research meeting and could never, ever have accomplished this without Alex. He's just brilliant researcher. He organized an army of medical students to get amazing numbers of patients entered into 2 large databases dealing with prostate cancer and also lower urinary tract symptoms. Keeping the IRBs current, and doing the data analysis and the statistical analysis, and then writing abstracts and helping all of his juniors and contemporary students to write abstracts. And his writing skills are absolutely amazing. So I don't actually know what we're going to do without you, Alex, but in any case, we are just so thrilled to give you this award. Thank you so much, Dr. Weiss. And the other student who also lifted mightily as he climbed is Lakshay Khosla, who actually will go into urology. He has matched at an outstanding program, Penn State Hershey, led by my good friend, the amazing Dr. Jay Rahman. So Lakshay is from Richmond Hill and Jamaica, New York, and is a graduate of Bronx High School of Science, which is widely recognized to be the top high school in New York City by everyone except people who went to Stuyvesant. And Lakshay also was a summa cum laude graduate of the outstanding Brooklyn College Downstate coordinated BA MD program. We get some absolutely amazing students from that program, and Lakshay just is the personification of excellence. The thing about Lakshay and Alex, aside from just being so brilliant and so productive, I just can't imagine any 2 people that are nicer. And that is just the characteristic that makes for the best doctors. So it's just a pleasure to give you this award. It's the least we can do to recognize what you've done.
For our first Faculty and Staff Award, Dr. Ricardo Bianchi.
Good evening. As Associate Dean for Foundations, it's a privilege to be here for the award of Outstanding Education in the Foundations of Medicine. This is an award that is determined by the results of course evaluation completed by foundation students, the pre-clerkship students in year 1 and 2, and it's reviewed by a committee of deans. This award recognizes outstanding teaching in the Foundation's years, and this year the award goes to Dr. Xin-Chen Zhang. Dr. Zhang is a distinguished professor in the Department of Cell Biology, and he contributes to the institutional missions of research, service, and education in many ways. He's an active and successful researcher in the area of lipid metabolism and metabolic disease. And in education is the director of the histology part of the curriculum in Foundations. So he's a great team player. He really coordinates and is well organized. He coordinates the teaching of all the histology sessions in Foundation. And he's really loved by students. So I'm going to read a couple of comments. They all emphasize his passion, his enthusiasm, and his dedication to teaching. So just pulling out a couple of comments that, again, we take at the end of course evaluation. We read, Dr. Zhang's explanations at the beginning of class are always helpful and informative. He engages students while we follow the student manual by asking us probing questions. He is always available to confirm a structure with us. The student presentations on each slide also makes learning histology more active and fun. Dr. Zhang was really passionate about teaching histology. It was very easy to ask him questions when we were confused about anything. I also appreciate really the way he allowed students to present labs in class. So Dr. Zhang could not be with us tonight, so we're going to hold and consign to him the award at a later time. Thank you.
Guess we could say we saved the best for last, right, Dr. Lazar? Our last presenter for Faculty and Staff Awards, Dr. Jason Lazar.
Congratulations, all award winners as well as graduates. We look forward to next week. Now that we've concluded the student awards, I'm here in honor to present some of the faculty awards. For those of you who have been to prior award ceremonies, Dr. Elke Jacobson-Dickman usually partners with me in this endeavor. She expresses her deep regrets that she can't be here this today nor this week, but she will be back for graduation. To start off, I'm going to switch up the order a little bit and actually switch up a couple of things contemporaneously, if you don't mind. Dr. Morosalfu, would you come up and accompany me? I'd be honored. Thank you. The first award is the Outstanding Educator in the Clinical Years Award. This award goes to Dr. Isabel McFarland. Dr. McFarland represents yet another exemplary product of SUNY Downstate Medical Center's training. She has a distinguished history of scholarly contributions in the field of medicine and rheumatology, and it is really a pleasure to recognize her steadfast commitment to the medical education of all of our students. In her role as clerkship director, she has embraced the challenges of quality improvement, academic advancement with remarkable vigor. Indeed, Dr. McFarland has emerged as an example and a mentor amongst the clinical education leadership team. Notably, following our training in team-based learning methodologies, she swiftly initiated 2 6-hour sessions for the upcoming academic quarter. Really a tremendous effort and a testament to her dedication to excellence. She's a hands-on educator who actively engages with all students, whether rounding with them, teaching them, assessing them at bedside, or in clinics, small groups, leading didactic sessions. Her dedication to medical education really knows no bounds. Known for her dedicated attention to students' academic and goals and their personal stresses, she is really relentless in her pursuit of their success and well-being. Her meticulous administration of the internal medicine clerkship and unwavering attention to detail underscore her profound understanding of how challenging it is to be a medical student in this day and age. And the internal medicine clerkship really holds utmost importance in our program. It is with great honor and gratitude that we acknowledge our esteemed colleague and friend and her chair, Dr. Mauro Salif, who is here. So we honor and salute our friend and colleague, Dr. Isabel McFarland, as the Outstanding Educator in the Clinical Years Award 2024. Next, we have 3 educator awards from our affiliates. The first is Dr. Melanie Cheng. She is our esteemed colleague at Kings County Hospital, where she serves as the pediatric hospitalist and associate chief academic officer. Dr. Cheng's contributions to UME as well as GME are simply unparalleled. She spends countless hours paying meticulous attention to teaching methodology, especially focusing on the nuances of caring for patients, all the while pointing out opportunities to avoid microaggressions. She is an excellent clinician who is passionate about educational innovation and improving patient care by creating an inclusive clinical learning environment. She has spoken widely at national and even international symposium, and on behalf of our students, faculty, and staff, we extend our deepest gratitude and appreciation to Dr. Melanie Cheng. Many of our award winners are busy at work, probably teaching, I might add. The next is Dr. Charles Lapunzina, a distinguished thoracic surgeon and the clerkship site director at One Brooklyn Health. And he is really a testament to the caliber of graduates produced by SUNY Downstate College of Medicine. Just a few comments from students that have had the good fortune of rotating with Dr. Lapunzina. He was the best preceptor I've had across all rotations. He made himself readily available to engage in insightful discussions regarding our experiences. Furthermore, his review of high-yield information for the surgery rotation and shelf significantly bolstered my performance. Dr. Lapunzina served as an exceptional mentor. I am deeply grateful for his commitment to guiding us through the intricacies of our medical texts. His invaluable support undoubtedly solidified my learning experience in the awards. Well, from the perspective of the curricula deans, Dr. Lapunzina has exhibited an unwavering dedication to our students, promptly attending to their personal and academic needs with profound compassion and selflessness. With heartfelt appreciation, we extend our gratitude to Dr. Lapunzina, acknowledging him as one of our outstanding educators of the year, again, from our clinical affiliate faculty. Next is our last clinical affiliate faculty award, and this award goes to Dr. Joshua Schiller. Dr. Schiller is an emergency medicine attending at Maimonides Medical Center. He consistently garners praise from students for his enthusiastic and energetic teaching style, as well as his exemplification of compassionate clinical care. Presently, within the corridors of Maimonides Medical Center, he holds esteemed positions of the Director of Global Health and of SEMS, another acronym, Social Emergency Medicine. Dr. Schiller's contributions extend beyond the confines of our medical center. He's been an active participant in numerous UME and graduate medical education faculty development initiatives, including a storytelling forum for medical professionals. Dr. Schiller has collaborated with our Downstate students to lead a series of virtual educational sessions for Ukrainian medical students from Uzhhorod National University and Downstate students, engaging our students in humanitarian efforts and through problem-based learning methodology. Whether it be his initiatives in global health, supervision of emergency medicine, social justice summer research, facilitation of narrative medicine workshops, or his emergency department clinical teaching, Dr. Schiller consistently embodies positivity, wisdom, and humanism for our students. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Schiller, recognizing him as one of our outstanding educators of the year from our clinical affiliate faculty. Our penultimate award is a professionalism award. And at SUNY Downstate, we place enormous emphasis on our learning environment. And I think that this is really a tribute to our Dean, Charles Brunacardi, who stresses the importance of the learning environment, a major determinant of academic success. And in achieving this goal, much goes on behind the scenes. The Learning Environment Committee meets periodically to discuss innovative ways to elevate and extend professionalism. The Rapid Response Team continuously monitors kudos and concerns, the portal in which concerns about unprofessionalism are registered. We've brought in guest speakers, planned symposium, and have conducted a variety of other activities, all with the goal of optimizing the learning environment and enhancing professionalism. And none of this happens by itself. There was one individual, and literally had to leave about 10 minutes ago, so of course my timing is off once again. But that individual is Miss Taryn Toval Turpin. I wish she could have held out a few more minutes to come up and be recognized as this year's recipient of our Professionalism Award. For those of you who don't know, Taryn does so much. So much for the students, so much for the staff, so much for our faculty, so much for the entire Dean's office. I can't think of a more deserving individual. Taryn, we salute you for your efforts in contributing to an inclusive learning environment where learners of all levels can thrive in safe space and in a nurturing environment. And thank you for bringing Downstate to new heights. Ms. Taryn Toval Turpin. Our last award has become the pinnacle of our awards, the U.J. Carroll Award for Clinical Excellence. The U.J. Carroll Award commemorates a physician, teacher, and humanitarian who personifies the Harvard Medical School's tradition of copying the Downstate tradition, I threw that in there, of blending the medical scientist and the humane clinician. And at this point, it gives me great pleasure and honor to call up Dr. Ellen Ginsler. This remarkable individual earned her medical degree, can I say it, in 1969. She was 3 at the time. From Case Western Reserve University School of Medicine in Cleveland, Ohio. She completed an internship and residency at both Kings County and Bellevue hospitals and did her rheumatology fellowship training at SUNY Downstate Medical Center. You want to talk about being recruited? She was recruited to be a full-time Department of Medicine faculty member in 1974, months before she actually finished her training. She went on to earn a Master's of Public Health degree in 1983 from a little place in Connecticut called Yale University, School of Epidemiology and Public Health, and she has been an icon and a beacon of a leader in medical education. She has, for decades, been one of SUNY Downstate's finest teachers. Her history of service to the institution spans more than 40 years. Again, she started before being a teenager. Under her guidance as Chief of Rheumatology since 1991, the division has gained international acclaim for its excellence in training and research. In 2008, she was named the Distinguished Teaching Professor of Medicine for all of SUNY University. During her years of service, she's taken on so many roles, including directing the musculoskeletal block, first during the MS2 year, then the MS1 year. And it's a rare individual that can explain the basics of complicated rheumatologic disease. There was even a point where I could understand how to interpret antibody profiles, but those days are long gone. Dr. Ginsler also originated the mentoring program of the American College of Rheumatology, as well as the recently discovered and funded Patient Navigator program here at Downstate, which continues to be a significant educational resource for trainees. In addition to her contributions in UME and GME, Dr. Ginsler has compiled a stellar record of clinical research and scholarship. She's an internationally known expert on systemic lupus erythematosus, an autoimmune disorder that affects more than 1 million people and predominantly women of color. She has served as the principal investigator of numerous trials, received millions of dollars in extramural funding, has co-authored more than 100 research manuscripts, and has received numerous accolades, including the American College of Rheumatology Distinguished Clinical Investigator Award. And in 2019, Dr. Salafu named her as the Department of Medicine's Vice Chair of Research. In this role, she has mentored not only students, residents, trainees, but also junior and mid-level faculty. Throughout the years of change, triumphs, and challenges, there are few constants in this world. But I'll tell you, and I know her well personally, one constant is Dr. Ellen Ginsler. An outspoken, I have to say it, individual who exemplifies but also demands excellence. A dedicated individual, dedicated to her patients, students, faculty, really a pinnacle of downstate achievement. I think it'd be fitting if we all stood and gave an ovation to Dr. Ellen Ginsler.
One more, I promise. And by the way, thank you all for staying to the end and respecting everyone else who is getting an award. I really do appreciate that. But I'd like to actually I'm going to introduce your president, although technically she already gave it up, but the president of the Med Council and a member of your class council, soon to be Dr. Amanda Jurgel. Round of applause for Amanda.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming today. First off, congratulations to all of the award recipients and everyone that's here today, and a big congrats to the class of 2024. Looking back, I can't believe 4 years of medical school have already gone by, and we started medical school during the COVID-19 pandemic. And I think, starting off, it seemed like an uphill battle, but one thing that we need to acknowledge is all the people that helped us get here today and to achieve our goals. So first, I just want to say a big round of applause to our family, friends, and mentors to help us achieve our goals and our residencies. In addition to those people, we also have many people at Downstate that we want to acknowledge and thank for our help to get here. Numerous faculty and staff that helped us along the way. We have amazing people that were nominated for this award, many who have received this award in the past, and I'm sure will receive it again in the future. The person who won this award has been one of the most reliable people at Downstate, who is always on top of their email. I'm not that fast. He is so on top of it. He's always helping us out, giving us guidance when needed. Most of us don't know him in person and only know him through his Outlook signature, but we appreciate all that you do and all that you have helped us with in achieving our goals. And this award for Outstanding Staff Appreciation is for Nigel Andrews.
I look forward to seeing you all on Coney Island on Wednesday. That concludes the College of Medicine and School Graduate Studies Awards ceremony. Congratulations again, class of 2024.